Now, Chris was talking about baseball, and I have my first joke of the day. It's about baseball. First day of school, a grade school teacher explained to her class that she was a Yankee fan, and then she asked the class, how many of you are Yankees fans? Well, of course, all the little students knew what the answer would be to that, just to be on the right side of her. Everybody raised their hands except for one child. So anyway, the teacher was kind of shocked, and she said, Janie, why didn't you raise your hand? And Janie said, well, because I'm not a Yankees fan. And the teacher said, well, what are you? I'm a Red Sox fan. The teacher said, why would you do something like that? She said, well, my father is a Red Sox fan, and my mother is a Red Sox fan, so therefore I am a Red Sox fan. Well, the teacher said, that's not a very good excuse, and she began to explain to her that my mom is, you don't have to be just like your parents just because they say something or do something like that. What if I told you that your mother was an idiot and your father was a moron? Janie thought for a second. She said, well, then I'd be a Yankees fan. Secondly, and this, I don't know why this caught my eye, but it was a very funny joke, and it's about a female journalist from CNN visiting in Israel. And she gets to the Wailing Wall, and she's particularly interested in making it there because she's heard a story about an old Jewish man who's come every day for a long, long time to the Wailing Wall. So she goes to the Wailing Wall, and sure enough, he hobbles in just about that time with a bit of difficulty and so forth, but he gets to the Wailing Wall, and he spends about 45 minutes there. And then he's hobbling away using his cane. And she walks up to him, she said, excuse me, sir, I understand that you come every day, and you've been doing this for a long time. He said, yes, that's true. 60 years. About 60 years. She said, oh my gracious. He said, what do you, every day for 60 years, what do you pray for? He said, oh, and I had to read these to you because it's a list that he made. I pray for peace between Christians, Jews, and Muslims. I also pray for all wars and hatred to stop. I pray for all of our children to grow up safely and as responsible adults and to love their fellow man. And finally, I pray that politicians tell us the truth and put interests of the people ahead of their own interests. The CNN lady reporter said, well, how do you feel after you've done all this praying? Has it worked? He said, it's like talking to a wall. If you give me just a moment, I don't normally do this, but I had one opportunity here to do this. This is my Olympics commemorative jacket from 1998, so this is 16 years old, and I do treasure it, and it's I don't wear this in some countries, but other than that, I'm okay. So what I wanted to do was tell you a few jokes about the Olympics. I thought that would be fun. First thing was, when I walked through the Olympic Village, I saw an old man carrying a 12-foot long stick. And I asked him, are you a pole vaulter? And he thought for a second, he said, I'm a German. But how did you know my name? Walter. Cuban boxer was taking a beating in his match when the bell rings. As he staggers to his corner, his coach whispers, let him hit you with his left. Your face is crooked.
Grown.
Okay. Only one more. You can suffer through this.
Thank God.
A Frenchman, a German, and a Hungarian are all fencers, and they are arguing who is the best in their sport. The Frenchman pulls out his foil and he says, I will show you all. He targets a fly buzzing in the air, and with one swipe of his blade, he cuts the fly into the ground in two pieces, exactly split. The German smiles confidently and locates another fly, and with two swipes, it falls to the ground. Its two wings completely removed. Hungarian's turn, and he lifts his foil, makes 3 swipes at the fly, which flutters off undisturbed. The others laugh. But the Hungarian holds up his hands. That fly will never procreate again.